Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to another video. Uh, this will most likely be the last video of the year, since next week is Christmas, and I probably won't have time to upload a video for the day after Christmas, or Christmas Day, I guess. So, like, Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Yeah, I'll be going home for Christmas, so yeah, I won't really have time to make a new video. Well, technically I do. If I manage to somehow really quickly make a video, like in 4 days before I leave, like max 4 days, and minimum is like 2. But like, yeah, or 3 technically, whatever. Then maybe, but most likely not. So this is most likely the last video of the year, and then the next video most likely will be my yearly recap. So look forward to that if you wanna get a little recap of what I've been doing this last year. And yeah, otherwise I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have your Christmas shopping done, that your plans are settled and decided. And if you live somewhere that has snow, I hope you have a lot of snow, but like good snow, so like it snows during the night and it's very nice and all during the day, so there's not like a hassle getting to places, because that can be a mess and you don't want things to be more difficult than they have to be. Basically. But yeah, so today I am drawing a snow picture, a winter picture. I don't usually do that for winter and stuff, but I had the idea when I was planning or recording my latest modern Minecraft video. So like, I got the idea because I was exploring this glacier biome, and I got the idea like, oh, what if I draw a winter picture, like a snow day, or something like that. And well, here we are. This is, I think, one of my biggest pictures, not only because like it has like a full background, everything. It's a simple background, but like it's like a big background, you see very far in the background, but also because I think this is the most amount of characters I've had like in one picture. Like, I've done a group picture before for D&D, but there I drew like every character separately, because they were also supposed to be like a portrait sort of thing, a full body portrait. But in this one, they're not meant to be that. So it's a full picture with the characters in place in the world, and having like each the little own interaction sort of things. Like, there's this group, these 2 people on the left side, where one is slipping on the ice. On the right side, there's one person coming in from the side, having been somewhere. There's 3 people seemingly talking, and one's maybe telling a story or whatever. And then we have the plank with people walking up to the ship that's out of frame. And then we have a conversation in the middle, and yeah, it's a picture I'm very proud of, because of the amount of things going on. I'm also very happy with it because for at least like 7 characters, I think. Yeah, for 7 of the characters, they didn't have a design before. Like 7 of these were non-existent, and almost kind of, and one of them only had a headshot, so like a portrait. So a lot of this is like improvised. Not many of them had winter clothes, but I could take like their normal outfit and base their winter outfit on that. That's what I did for those that like had a design, like James, my main character, the one with the red hair. And so like for the rest of them I used a lot of old OCs as you can imagine, because I've for a long time had like these doodles of chibi characters that I just kind of made, where at least like that I've always imagined being part of the crew, like James' pirate crew, but you know I've never drawn them properly or anything. So I took some of those portraits and doodles I have of them and used them for some of the characters, and for some of the other characters I used other OCs that I've had for different scenarios. Like for instance, the guy on the right was a character I made based on a color palette, but that for at least a moment I designed with The Legend of Zelda in mind. So like he's kind of like, I guess, a Link you could call him, but he's not really a Link. But yeah. And then we have this girl that's like very pink. You see her on screen right now. She was actually a fairy character that I made a long time ago. I've done nothing with her. I like drew her like once, like a doodle, and then like never again. And I just, yeah. So you know, it was a challenge. It was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of fun. But definitely a challenge, especially when it comes to the shading. Like half this video is just shading of the characters, because I'm very much a going on the deep in one little section, at least when it comes to characters, because that's where I like thrive. I like drawing characters, so you know. And so I tried to keep the shading very simple. It also ended up being like very tedious to do. So like, yeah, and I was experimenting a little bit, but with some effects that I add later on, and some other things like with the environment and stuff, I think I managed to make a pretty decent illustration of these characters, and yeah, everything with the scene and all. And if we are to talk a little bit about the story here, because there's a small story behind this picture, and not so much as in why I drew it or anything, but more of I imagine this story be like the story in the picture, I guess you could say, is that they have had, you know, a break, and have basically most of the crew have spent like a day out on the ice. Now this isn't most of the crew. By now most of them have gone back to the ship to, you know, warm up and you know, cozy up a bit after a day out on the ice in the snow, and of just having fun. And so these are like the last stragglers coming back, with James keeping an eye on them to make sure that everyone does come back, everyone's safe, no one like fell through the ice or anything, because you know it can be dangerous out on the ice in the dark. So you know they're like, okay, well it's the sun is setting, let's go back, you know, since you can't really see if there's a cracks or if someone slips in or, you know, whatever. So yeah, this is just them coming back, gathering up a little bit, and yeah, just a cozy little picture before, like the little while before they come and like sit down with a cup of hot chocolate or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's just that is kind of what I imagined the story for this picture being, and I hope like my illustration or like how I built the scene, I hope it tells that story. I hope it conveys the message, basically. And yeah, I am very happy with it. I'm very proud of it, and it does feel like it is a sunset with the like golden backlight that they get, and with the shadows I try to add, and you know, everything. So I I don't know. That's my little ramble about the picture. You'll of course say that then, but you know. Other update life news, I guess. If we're to jump topic a bit, because why not? I may put the modded Minecraft on hold for a while. Not because like it's boring to make or because of any of that, but it's because my computer seemingly can't handle what I need it to handle. Because if you watch the videos, it lags a lot in the recording. It lags a little bit, like for me, while I'm recording, but it's not it's not unbearable. It's like every so often there's like a little lag spike, you know. But in the actual recording, like you've probably seen if you watch the videos, there's like, it's very laggy. Like, of course you can hear me talking and everything, but the frames are so bad. Like, there's one part when I was exploring the glacier, I basically had to cut all of that out, because for a majority it was like one frame for like 3 minutes, and one part was like one frame for like 5 minutes almost. And then it's just me walking around being like, oh, look at this is so cool. But like all you see is like this little ice thing that I was looking at earlier, you know? So it doesn't really match up. And by the time the frames catch up, the thing I was talking about that maybe was cool, I've moved on from that. So it's a bit difficult. I am looking to potentially upgrade my computer. But I also saw that they had, of course, a Christmas sale on a computer that is better. I would assume at least it's more modern. And basically, like, the difference between upgrading and just buying a new computer isn't big. So I'm like, I don't know what to do, honestly. I am very much contemplating, but it is what it is. I guess I'll figure it out eventually, somehow, some way. But yeah, so the modded might be a bit on hold. The normal Minecraft videos, like in vanilla Minecraft, I should be continuing to make them. It's more of a fact that I recently haven't recorded that alone, because that's not very fun always to sit by yourself, but you know, it's whatever. And just as a little shout out, I recently, just the other day, had a little recording session with Bookshiv, or Miles as I call him, but Bookshiv, on YouTube, where he got to learn a bit of redstone. That's a video on his channel, so you'll see his side of the struggle. But it was very fun to teach him, gave him a bit to think about, you know. You gotta use those brain cells. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing the video he uploads. And yeah, it's just when it comes out, I recommend that you go and look at it, because yeah, like I said, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say. The drawing is almost finished. You'll see the finished product soon. But with all of that being said and done, and the updates months of my life being done. I'm gonna wish you all a Merry Christmas for those who celebrate, Happy Holidays for those who don't celebrate, I guess, and a Happy New Year for, I assume, everyone, but correct me if I'm wrong on that. So tell me if you're not celebrating New Year's. Tell me if it's still 2024 for you after January 1st. But yeah, like I said, I hope all of you have a good winter, a good New Year, and I'll see you another time. Bye bye.